What's up guys, Pidget here. Elemental is getting huge changes and golem buffs as well in the Secrets of the Atlas, opening up new ways to league start this ascendancy. I thoroughly crafted the league starter and tested it yesterday in solo self-found environment. Simulating the changes was impossible, because I don't have to access to the new buffed Elementalist or the golems. Even without all of this stuff, the build was very promising. So now let's see what skill we're using. Our skill choice is for clear, Exsanguinate. You will release several tendrils from your character in front of you, and this will target the nearby enemies. This deals physical hit and physical damage over time. We're only focusing on the hit damage part. Our signal target skill is Reap. A bloody skeeter swipes across a selected area and it will deal physical hit and physical damage over time as well. If the target survives the hit, you will gain a blood charge, making the skill deal even more damage. And this can stack up to 5 times. For both skill, we're focusing on the hit damage and using these spells as mines. Mines will auto-target the enemy and we will detonate them automatically with automation detonate mines gem. So this build is why clearing is one button. The mines will reserve life because both spell is costing life. When the mine detonated, your life will be unreserved, but the reserve part will be missing. This is why you need life regen for this build, and Elementalist will provide a very huge amount of life regen with the golems. I want to although raise your attention once again. It was impossible to simulate these changes outside PoE, like the golem buffs, Herald ascendancy, and the whole Elementalist changes. This is an experimental ascendancy for this build. Crouching Tuna was playing in the last 2 leagues with this build as Trickster. Please proceed with caution and have a backup plan for this ascendancy if it feels bad or it's not working at all. I tested this in solo self-found without the changes. It was looking very promising, even I was missing like my whole ascendancy and the golem buffs. Now let's start with the leveling guys, because the leveling is very crucial for this build. You can start with this skill from level 1 or level 12 and you will see in a second why. So at level 12 you will use this skill tree, and also you need to use the rolling magma setup. Sorry guys, rolling magma time. Yes, rolling magma is one of the strongest starting option for this build, because your position on the tree not allow you to start any other stuff. Rolling magma will take you till level 28, and when you reaching level 28, you can see here you will take, in the meantime like this. I know guys, this looks very weird, but this is correct. It's a little bit more damage and also odds cast speed and fire res, and you have life, and then you starting rolling down and just traveling here, because rolling magma will carry you till this point. And don't forget to upgrade your events as well. Why is level 28? So at level 28 you will able to swap to Pyroclast mines. Pyroclast mines is very solid option, and I think Crouching Tuna as well was using Pyroclast mines for leveling up. So this will carry you till you can swap to Exsanguinate. In the meantime, let me tell you a few things. So at level 33, as always, you guys getting your first lab and you getting a few notables here. Now your first ascendancy guys will be the golems. So sadly, at this point, level 33, you not have the golems accessible. So at level 34, you can have it after you completing the introduction quest to Act 4. Very important, don't forget this one. But after that, it will be very worth guys. And then you will, doing your stuff and you getting the golem stuff here. So we focusing on golems and also taking power charge here, mine supports here. So like you getting more crit chance, even more spell crit chance, a little bit life on the second lab. Before we talking about that one, so you will take the infused and the frenetic like these guys, because power charges is very important for this build, and also frenzy charges will provide you more damage and also mine throwing speed and also attack speed for your shield charge. And your second lab guys, so your second lab will be the Bringer of Ruin, because this is got changed guys. This is granting you now Herald buff effect and also reduced mana reservation. So the Herald will become a very strong, I would say, damaging aura or something like that. We were using the Herald of Ash and Herald of Purity. Level 69, this is your first labyrinth, and this is where you kinda completing Act 10 as well, so you opening up the maps. So at this point you will have reservation, we'll hear suppression, more damage from the, you know, frenzy charge. And now guys, so early map swap. So we arriving to the swap. Very important guys. 1. Do not swap too early. 2. Do not swap without if you don't have the Him Sorrow gloves. Him Sorrow gloves is a low level unique item. It will cost like nothing, but it is necessary, this one, for the build. Otherwise your damage will be non-existent, because we converting all of the physical damage to gold and we scaling that one. When you could make the swap, and don't forget guys, so I include here how you can swap. You can see here swap. Now you arriving at your final tree guys. You can see here, this is when your full tree is developed. So now you taking, you know, this reservation wheel here with the herald buffs, and also it will provide you even more effect for this build. So the links is in order. Okay, so you only need like a 5 link. Okay, so with 5 link you will be very fine. Don't worry. So even if I removing like this support gem, you can see here you dealing that much damage, right? So that is very nice even on 5 link, but if you getting a 6 link, it would be so much better. And if you just rocking on a 4 link, you will using this 4 gem, and that's it. And you need, sadly guys, swap out the Reap and Exsanguinate, and also a few words about the whole build, how you, I would say, playing. So you will shield charging, right? And you will use assassin mark on like the map bosses, and sometimes on tougher rares, if auras guys. Once again, so this is what I was saying about the heralds. So we will use 2 herald, so herald of purity and herald of ash. And because you can see here, herald of ash is granting you 14% more damage, and herald of purity is even more, 23% more damage. And this 2 is basically a 50% aura, and this is much more stronger. When you fighting against a boss, you need to use your Arcanist brand on it, because it will start using the Reap as well, right? So the more blood charge you have, the more damage you will deal till a certain point. And then your Alchemist Band will do all the job, so it will start using Reap as well, and it will using the Frost Bomb as well. So Frost Bomb for this build is very nice, because this is how you getting exposure, right? And we adding here faster casting, so it will trigger even more. And sometimes you need to reapply, but I feel like guys, when you reaching this point, you will just literally just and the boss is dead. So now there is a quality of life as always. So we were using automotation with detonate mines. This is how you detonating all of the stuff, so you don't need to worry about that. And also steel skin. So guys, as always, I'm disable steel skin, as you can see here, but if I triggering, you skyrocketing in. If you opening the PoB, do not take like the flame golem and the ice golem. Okay, so right now in the custom configuration tab, you will see the golem buffs, because it got changed guys. So this is already included in the custom section, so this is why there is no enable. So this will be not give you 10% more damage. Okay, so that would be like double dipping right now. Right now I just only allowed to use the stone golem, because the stone golem is keeping the life regen part, and it will getting increased defenses as well. So you will getting increased defenses. So this is why this 2 is not enabled. And so why ice golem? So guys, ice golem getting buffed to like 40% increased critical chance early on. That is very nice, because it will help you cap your critical chance. Because if I disabling this line, you can see here my critical chance is going down. This is the ice golem, so this is very important to use this free one. And also we will see if we finding a much better stuff to use as a golem. But and that's it guys, because we run out sockets. So this is full sockets. Okay, so we can't put anything here right now. Talk about the items guys. This build is, you can see here, using free unique item, but don't worry, Him Sorrow gloves is literally like 1 chaos maximum. Dark Ray Vectors, this is literally like 2 chaos on the second day. So this is, I would say, I'm not saying mandatory, but it will feels so good because naturally the Elementalist or Witch doesn't have access to more and more frenzy charges, just like let's say Trickster, right? Because Trickster getting 2 extra frenzy charges, right? But with these boots we can close the gap a little bit, and also this will give you a little bit movement speed early on as well. And now the lightning coil, guys. So you were seeing in the links. So guys, sadly I can't use the proper links. So technically hypothermia, if you checking out, it's not the best, right? You can't just say you will off color a red and a green base, right? So free off color is fine because you can do that easily even in the league start. So if you're getting like a 5 link, then you can just get this one as your first free, and then you're getting the rest of as red and green. So this damage could be higher later in the game when you have access for like corrupted lightning coils and just using the tainted chromatics, so off coloring like 6 off color, right? Because that is so much more easier. It would increase your damage by significant. Lightning coil is just so freaking good. If I just disabling this for a second, you can see here my Physmox, it is literally disappearing. Am I right? So yeah, the lightning coil is the key to make Elementalist very, very tanky, guys, and survive the physical damage, because otherwise you will have very, very hard time. And also lightning coil is very cheap item, not on 6 link, like even a 4 link, for instance. And now let's talk about a little bit on the notes, guys. So once again, guys, I put here once again the disclaimer, okay? So please, I think I will start with that. So I'm not baiting anyone, but I also hoping I'm not baiting myself, right? So disclaimer once again here, guys, on the top, so you can't miss. Okay, so I will include in the description as well once again, but yeah. So now, in the note section, most of the time, like how you can increase your early damage, how to improve your gear in early acts, and also, guys, don't forget the gold gamble guy is back, so you can easily just, gamble a few pieces, right? And maybe you were getting upgrades. And yeah, so, and there is the question, you can use this one from level 12. No short answer, long answer, why not? And so there will be a question 100%. Does the new Shaper of Flames work with mines? Yes, guys. Yes, this is works with it. So this is works with mines because the ignite stat is your stat, okay? Not the mine stat. So if your ignite is killing the enemy, it will drop based on your stat. If the mine killing the enemy with a hit, then it will be use the mine stats for like increased rarity and so on. Yeah, leveling progression once again, guys, here, Exsanguinate and Reap, a little tip here, important unique. So yes, and what league mechanic you can farm with it? Legion is a cakewalk with this. You just literally throwing your mines and everything dead. Expedition is also good, but can be very, very tricky to do, especially if you're doing, the big boom strategy. Then you need to avoid like immune code, immune critical, and maybe, the block, spell block part, maximum resistance part. So there's so many things that you need to ignore with Expedition, and honestly, Legion is just very, very nice with this build. And also you can do Blight, and later on like red blue altars, and obviously the strong boxes and as well. So this is how it looks like, my planned league starter for this one, guys. And once again, I want to mention, Crouching Tuna, because Crouching Tuna was playing this build in the last 2 leagues. Literally, he was league started with it, but on a Trickster, okay? And, he was doing a little glass cannon build, but this is you can already see the Physmox and so on. It's very, very nice, especially if you have that much evasion rating. And by the way, I not even enabled the like a jade facts where you just running around in maps. So technically you have 77% evade chance, 400 life regen, and a bunch of physical damage reduction, so it will feel pretty damn bad. And also, you know, later on maybe you will getting more energy shield, more life, and so on, so you know, big upgrades. But right now, guys, that was my planned league starter for this one. I hope you guys will have a nice league start, and honestly, I feel like I will start with that. If it's bad, I can just swap this build to Archmage Elementalist. So, but honestly, once again, guys, I was doing a solo self-found test, and it was very, you know, promising already. And I will link that character as well, so you can see how bad was my, you know, damage that you will see in the video. But I was able to complete the you know, the acts with it. So I hope you enjoyed, guys, this video, and if you have any question or suggestion, you can leave a comment below, or you can find me on twitch.tv/Pridget2. Thanks for watching. I was Pridget. See you next time.